minutes ago, right this second. So
Perfect.
So a little bit of lead in with the movies, and I'll go ahead and do the intro and let you introduce yourself.
Wonderful.
Hello, everybody. My name is Thomas, and this is the latest episode of the KAAMP. That is the Knoxville Area Artist Network and Platform thing. And today it's a little bit different. We're doing a continuation of the Roodiculous series, and this is one of those categories of shows and episodes where it's like, this is my show and we'll do what I want. So we're having a little bit of fun documenting people's Bonnaroo experiences. And today I have a friend that is going to give some artist perspective to go alongside the attendee perspective that Justin gave us last month. So, friend Nate, if you would introduce yourself.
Hey, yeah. My name is Nate. I go by Souljunk out of the Nashville, Tennessee area. I am a primarily drum and bass DJ. Have been doing it for about 10 years, doing major production for the last 3 to 4. And just a little background about myself. I've been in the Nashville area for a long time. I've been to several Bonnaroos. I think that was neither 4 or 5 that I've been to, attempted at least. So as far as artist perspective, I was scheduled for Friday at Debussy, which shout out to them, shout out to the dudes out in Chattanooga. They're doing incredible stuff down there. We're going to get into how really they, to some people, saved Rue. Not to try to get, too out there, too political, I guess. But to some people, saved Rue. I was supposed to play there Friday night. It was an officially sanctioned stage from Bonnaroo. So you're not going to see my name on a flyer or a lineup necessarily. But it was scheduled to play. I also, and I'm not going to name names because that's just not how I roll. I do know a lot of artists that were scheduled to play, as well as some management teams. So really, Thomas, do you want to do a question answer style? Or do you want to just let me roll? Well, either way, I'm cool.
So the way Justin and I did it last month is I just sort of let him go through his weekend, conversationally, like, hey, take me through driving there, take me through setting up, take me through your first night, that kind of thing. And I know that it's not a long set of occurrences because it was shortened for all the reasons we're all far too familiar with. But I think that is a good way for me to, like, you tell your story and all the shenanigans and me, like, pick your brain at certain points so I can really find what I'm curious about. So if you just want to kick the ball and start telling me about your weekend from whenever prep to leave started to whenever you got home, that's
let's rock and roll with it.
Yeah, brother, let's go.
So, we got to start out with an RV. It was me, my buddy from Alaska, which does play an important part that he's from Alaska later. So my buddy from Alaska, he lived in Nashville originally, came down for 4 Bonnaroos specifically from Alaska. Not a cheap flight. One of his friends, my girlfriend, as well as somebody else here in town that works with larger promotion companies. All of them will. I'm not a namer of names. I'll talk my shit, but I don't name names. So, had several people in our RV. So we all gather together. One of my friends that works with companies is already down there. So it's just me, my girl, my Alaska friend, and his friend. We're all sitting in the RV. We get down to, first off, the weird thing, I've done Bonnaroo several times. Not only done Bonnaroo, I fucking drove past the thing when I wasn't a part of it. And so every single time I've ever done Bonnaroo, and I've done Bonnaroo for years and years and years, on and on, before Live Nation, yada yada yada, and after everything, I've seen it come and go. Not over here I was there in 2005. I fucking wasn't. I'm not an ancient ass motherfucker. I didn't go there to see fish. It was already commercialized by the time I got there. So that being said, I have always, it's always the fucking Manchester exit every time. Every time I've ever done this fucking festival, it is the Manchester exit. It is the exit with the fucking gas station, Burger King, the liquor store. Anybody that is listening that's gone to Bonnaroo knows what the Walmart exit. That's the exit. That has always been the exit as long as I've done fucking Bonnaroo. So we're coming from Nashville to Manchester. So we're driving down. We see the other side of the fucking like we pass. I think let's just say exit 2 and then exit 1 is Manchester. I don't know what their actual. Or I think it's like 66 and 70. So, but regardless, Manchester exit, other exit. So past that other exit, that's the new exit. And I was like, oh man, look at all these fucking idiots in line. These losers going in the back way of Bonnaroo. I'm going in the right way. I'm going to go right into fucking Manchester, exactly where I've done every time before. And so we go and get gas, get some Taco Bell, because man, I was so smart. I got some quesadillas. We have a microwave in the RV.
Yes,
so
sir.
I was just going to have a straight quesadilla super drunk like Saturday night.
Bless.
Gas. So
looking out for
here's where
future
things
you.
start going wrong. Yeah. And so here's where things kind of start going wrong is that they're not using the Manchester exit. I was like, all right, so it is that other exit. We should have just gotten off up there because coming northbound, there was no traffic.
Yeah.
Never. There was not a bit of traffic northbound. I was like, or coming from the north. I was like, fuck. So we go and get in this line on the side of the road and cars are just screaming past us on the interstate. It is terrifying. So we wait in this line, and I'm not even kidding. It had to be like 3 hours, dude.
Okay, did you go down Wednesday or Thursday?
We went down Thursday night.
Okay.
Thursday night.
Okay.
I believe, yeah. Yes, Thursday night is when we went down. So we fucking waited like 3 hours, and like thank God we were in an RV and comfortable.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I'm like getting more irritated as we're sitting because it's like, dude, I already drove all this. We gathered everything up, like, and I understand the wait. Cool. It's fucking Thursday. You should have 2 different sides open. Like, it's not that fucking hard. And apparently there was some issues with like workers, volunteers. I don't know, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I've heard some things. You can get that information from other people. So we wait in this whole ass fucking line. It's 3 hours. I'm irritated by the time we get to RV shit. So we get to the RV area, finally, again, like 3 hours. And so we get there and the person's like, well, I don't fucking know what's going on. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you don't know what's going on? It is your stop. Like, I'm not saying this to him. That's rude.
Right.
But in my head, I was like, you're the guy. You're supposed to know.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm here.
I'm fucking here. Yeah, like, I'm this is my vacation. What are you talking
You're
about?
the
You don't
person
fucking
that
know.
is supposed to tell me what's happening right now.
So I was like, can we just go to our spot? And they were like, no, the spots are all just fucked up now. Like, we're going to have to find you a new spot. I was like, love that. We paid a little extra for our spots, so whatever. We end up following this dude, and he tries to park us in somebody else's spot, a whole bunch of shit. And I'm finally just like, dude, can I just park here? And he was like, I don't care. And I was like, okay.
Yo.
We ended up in Powered RV.
Hey.
Love that. But we were nowhere near where we planned on being. We were meeting up with friends. No idea. There's no signage or anything.
And the cell service
Whatever,
sucked,
cool
right?
RV tour. Yeah. So, like, Thursday night, let's fucking party, dude. We're here. Let's go. It's dark. So I'm like, we're like, it's Thursday. We're going to keep it easy. We're going to keep it chill. I got to play tomorrow. I might go play a renegade state tonight. Cool, whatever. So, like, we get there, unpack, like, we don't even get the RV fucking unpacked, dude. I don't even unfurl the fucking awning on the damn thing. So, we go into center room, we're partying, and see, honestly, a not incredible Dom Dallas set. Anybody can say what they want. I wanted to hear Cave, and he didn't fucking play it. He had, like, 2 hours. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. And so then we go to the other stage to see Joey, Valance, and Bray, and they were fucking incredible. And so we get back to the RV. I go out and I go play this Renegade stage out in the campgrounds. We see the Bussy partying. Looks awesome. And so I was like, we're going to keep it chill. It's Thursday. We're just going to come
reasonable.
back.
Perfectly reasonable.
Reasonable. I'm not.
Reasonable.
I'm no slouch. I've done this before. I've been to like got to be 100 festivals in my lifetime. I'm old, and so like we get back there Thursday night, fucking settle down. We're up. It's late enough, and then Friday, dude, it was just dumbass hot all fucking day, and then the shit started. So it's fucking bullshitting all day, and I got friends that are playing in the fucking festival. we're not hearing anything. We hear, like, we at least know their shit got moved, and we're like, cool, whatever. And then their shit got canceled, and we got stuck out in the rain. We were going to go out and fuck around and go find somewhere to party. Nowhere to party. So I ended up with a buddy of mine. So we're out trying to find a party and whatever. And I end up with a buddy of mine, and we go to the Bussy to see if they're partying. There's a tent out there going. This guy's not mixing it great, but playing some awesome pop disco. A vibe. Like, it's fucking Pink Pony Come, and everybody's dancing and saying, I was like, cool, this is some Bonnaroo shit right here. I've been here. This is the vibe. It's people making something out of nothing, partying.
Yep.
And so my buddy, he is friends with Rainbow Kitten Surprises manager, right? So he's like, hold on, I got a call. He comes back. He's like, hey, yo, we got 5 minutes before they shut this shit down. I was like, what? He's like, every bit of it. He was like, I just got the call from a friend of mine. We're cooked. It's done. And I was like, no fucking way. And so, basically, he finishes his sentence. He's like, yeah, let's go back to the camps and stuff before all this happens. And then you start to see people's phones going off. You can see in the crowd, motherfuckers like, dude, look at his Apple Watch and went. And I just fell to his knees.
Oh, yeah. So Justin was telling me about that moment, but he didn't tell me about how that really moment washed across the crowd. Dude, you saw something I will never forget watching. Yeah, you just saw it go. You saw the idea move in real time. That's amazing.
It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen, honestly, because we knew way ahead of time. Like, when I say way ahead, like 5 minutes, I'm not like bragging here, but like,
look at that guy over there. We'll know.
Yeah,
when it happens.
Like, it was enough time to go, oh fuck, they don't know yet.
It was enough time to have that fucking. Saw the smiles. Yeah. Yep, and then you watched them leave.
People were partying over there. That's the thing. Like, people were having making the best of what we're doing. We're singing some songs. We're dancing to some disco, and then. Dude, I've never seen the energy deflate so hard in a place ever in my life. I was about
to ask, how low did it go?
Dude, and I've been partying for a long fucking almost a decade and a half now. I've been partying, at least. I've never seen anything just do that. I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go now. So we get back. So I was supposed to play the Bussy that night. And as we're leaving, I'm talking to the dude in charge, or one of the guys in charge of it. There's multiple guys. And I was like, what's the word? Am I playing tonight? Like, are we still going? Festival's cut. We still going? We're out here in the cut, we're in the campground. Right. He's like, no fucking way, dude. He's like, I'm not trying to piss off Live Nation. This is a huge deal. And I was like, that's so valid. Cool. No big deal. It is what it is. No problem. My shit got canceled. So, we get back to the RV. I get a call from a buddy of mine. He says, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay you more than your Roo ticket. Come play Saturday night in Nashville. I was like, done, cool.
Yeah.
So after that call, and we've resigned, we're gonna probably leave tonight, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. And I was like, it's gonna be a fucking mess getting out tonight. People are still partying. Let's ride this one out. And I don't think it'll be that bad tomorrow. So we did, and I got a call from the other guy running the bus, and by then everybody's sets have been canceled, all the artists.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting up people I know. It's like, hey, we might have a slot. What's up? And apparently I wasn't the only one. There's a billion people. That's the thing, that from the artist standpoint, every at least music, artist, fucking electronic.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of the word. Electronic artist, because we could just plug and play. Super easy, super simple. We're not sound checking. We're not setting up. I can fucking roll up the club. We're good to go.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it. So every electronic artist I know got pinged fucking immediately. They ended up having a party. So they did all the parties in Nashville, which I'm going to get into that. So that night they had, I think it was Tate B and a couple of others played, which was kind of just whack because nobody fucking could leave Bonnaroo. So it was just only for people that were already back home and hadn't even left.
Yeah, all the people that were missing Bonnaroo got all the exclusive Bonnaroo fucked us over shows in Nashville that weekend.
Wild. I mean, I'm glad for him. Like I'm glad people got to witness some insane fucking events.
That'll only ever happen that one time. And whoever went to
Happened
those
the
shows
last
in
time in
Nashville.
21, actually.
Well, right, but
Crazy
like
thing is,
this
it
time,
shouldn't happen like that. So, I get a call from the other guy that's running the bus, and he goes, "Hey, yo, we're back on. Get the fuck over here." And I was like, "Yo, let's go!" I was like, the universe is looking out for me. We're good. Like it was like I've had a bunch of small bad things happen all the way leading up to this. I was just super upset, and I was just like, I just want to go home. And I was like, cool, finally we got it done. Right. And I get over there, and it is crazy. It was so at the normal festival, you have 5 stages dividing everybody. It was dividing 80,000 people.
Yeah.
They were all here. Everybody was there. So I get there, and I'm like panicking because they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're playing at 1." And I was like, "Fuck!" And my buddy was playing right before me, and then they had like their crew playing because they all wanted to swap out, play their tunes, get the limelight. They deserve it for bringing the bus. Don't get it fucking twisted.
Right?
Fucking love that they got that. And no shade on the bus. After I finish telling the story, I want to be super clear about that because everything is out of control. So they play for a little while, and me and my buddy are waiting to play next. We're in the next slots, and it is just people just fucking coming in, dude. And there had to be 30,000 people at this fucking bus. No question. Like, an insane amount of fucking, like, there's videos online. I'm not making up. There's so many fucking people at this bus, and it's a party. It's a rager.
Well, I mean, you couldn't go if you weren't leaving the campground. Then there's nothing else to do, and you got 80,000 people. Not everybody can leave that fast. Whoever was like, "Fuck it, we'll leave later," was just like, "Oh, party."
Or like even like a fraction of it. There had to be 10,000-20,000 people out there. It's insane. And so at a point, fucking like the cops and rangers and whatever all come over, and they're like, "It's got to stop." Which, I mean, based on the circumstances, yes, they made the right fucking call because there were too many fucking people over there. It was just too crazy. And I mean, would it have been awesome to go play that? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? 20,000 people. Yeah. I would have fucking, that would have been amazing. But they made the right call. There was just too many people. There was just the infrastructure in this area was not built for this, for sure. And so they made the right call, and so I lost my set twice in like a 5-hour period. Which again, no shade, dude. They did everything right. Like I cannot. And a lot of people, the Bussy did everything they could given the circumstances. Dudes that run it are fucking incredible individuals. They're doing wonderful work down there with the bus. Really, yeah. I mean, I'll shout out to man, fucking Jake Percy and my fucking. Spin Chill and Justin. They're doing really great work with this bus. That ends. I go catch my friends playing another set at another Renegade. We end up leaving because the dude was filling up a generator with a lit cigarette. I was like, I don't think this is a safe location to be anymore.
I wouldn't party there either. I'd be out.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go. This is a vibe. Let's leave. So we get back to our RV. We take everybody home the next morning. Where we go to buy our Justice tickets because Justice is, playing Sunday at the Pinnacle. And a lot of these other artists, they all had like different days lined up, and we're going to get into that. So I get a call from Blank Canvas, and they're like, "Hey, like we know you're supposed to fucking play. Like, we got a show for you Sunday." And I was like, "Cool." And it's a big headliner, one of the guys that was supposed to play Bonnaroo, Cranknap. And I got to play Skydeck on that Sunday. It was crazy massive. Sold out. It sold out in like 7 minutes. Like fucking 13, 14,000 or 100 people. It was fucking crazy. And then I ended up playing an after party with a sub doctor who played Bonnaroo last year. And at the office, and that was also sold out. So it was like, it turned from like not getting to do any damn thing to doing something cool to doing something not at all, and then doing something insane and then not doing something at all, then driving home and playing 2 sold out shows back to back in my hometown. Not to mention, I am going to mention it. All of the other events, the Office fucking held it down, Skydeck, the Pinnacle doing back to back shows. A lot of people could get tickets to all this, but It wasn't really scalpers, man. It's just that there's like fucking Nashville could have done this on its own. Nashville could have these shows, no problem,
dude. And I was sitting over here in Knoxville, like watching all the news wash over everybody, and I was just like chatting with some of my local like entertainment production buddies, and they're just like, "How many parties is Nashville going to get this weekend?" And we were all just like scouring Instagram to see what flyers popped up, just to see. Like the next 8 hours was wild.
I couldn't keep up, and every one of them did well or sold out immediately. I mean, because it's like what, like, you know, it shouldn't have had to happen. It shouldn't have, but it did. And honestly, based on everything that went down, first and foremost, like the big shouts is shout out to Nashville for doing all this and taking care of business and fucking all like no. So man, every single every bartender I know at all these clubs, every promoter, every fucking security guard, every fucking DJ, everybody was out of town.
Yeah.
All of these venues had their doors basically shut for the weekend because fucking everybody's gone. We're all going to Bonnaroo. The Pinnacle, like, I think the Pinnacle posted, hey, box office closed for the weekend. Y'all enjoy Roo. I was like, it's because your whole staff's down there, ain't it?
Right, yeah.
Like,
of course.
Which is fine. That's fun. That's what it's supposed to be. And all of these people, like the dude at the office flew back from New York. He was like, I'm not doing Bonnaroo. I'm going to go golf in New York. He flew back early to come make sure the office was like up and going and good.
Yeah, well, that's dedication right there.
Dude, I mean, shout out to all of the people that really made all of this stuff happen. The promoters, the fucking bartenders, security guards, DJs, fucking owners, everybody that jumped in and went, well, we're going to do something. And like, and a lot of the men fucking weren't like, the Pinnacle charged $25 for a show. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
And like that Crank That show that I played, like $25 at the door. And like, yeah, it sold out immediately, but it would have sold out at 50, 60, $70. There were some people that were hurting.
Well,
you know,
it's one of those things, I guess, like, you just got to make it happen. And if it happens, it happens. And, you know, I bet the people that were hanging out being sad they weren't at Roo were jumping and biting. And I bet that was like some Tickle Me Elmo style fist fighting on the internet for these tickets, you know, like.
Yeah, and it's like at the end of the day, like what happened? Like if you sat down and did at least the biggest shows, like could Nashville handle Natasha Bedingfield at Brooklyn Bowl and Crank That at Skydeck, Injustice at the Pinnacle all in the same night? Yeah, actually, absolutely. I think they fucking could have without any of the Bonnaroo stuff. Would all three of those shows sold out? Probably, honestly. And that's the thing. Now, all of a sudden, all of these shows would do well in Nashville regularly. All of a sudden, you have an influx. Let's assume 80,000 fucking people down there. Let's, for shits and giggles, cut it in half. 40,000. Let's, for shits and giggles, cut it in half again, 20,000. And let's, for shits and giggles, fucking cut that into a fourth. An extra 5,000 people coming into town that are all 5,000 people are trying to get tickets to a 5,000 cap, to a 1,300 cap, and to another 1,300 cap, the Brooklyn Bowl. So all of a sudden, something Nashville could support. Now you got 5,000 extra people in here.
Ready
I don't want to hear no scalpers.
Ready to party.
It's a great party. Yeah, ready to go. Fucking our Airbnb's booked. We're going.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it sucks, but it's like, and a lot of people were upset that like, oh, I couldn't get tickets and the scalpers. It's like, I genuinely, and this is not me standing up for anybody. This is my own personal, unpaid off opinion. I genuinely believe it was only a handful of scalpers. I know I can do math. I know these venues, and those ticket prices were low for some stuff. But it's like, dude, like ATLians at the office would have sold out anyways.
I agree.
It would have sold out anyways. And you mean to tell, oh man, I can't believe you should have prioritized Bonnaroo people. How would you do that? And I think like there's a lot of
wristband or some bullshit. Like nobody wants to deal with that. Like,
yeah,
I'm ready
and then
to just
it's
go
like, dude, now you've got a line out the fucking wazoo. Fucking, it's the whole thing should have never happened. And I genuinely think Nashville, and one of the ones I super want to highlight, is the bridge party. Did you see the bridge party?
No, I did not.
Holy shit. So it was Sunday night. It was the nightcap of everything. So Crank Dad brought Gorilla T, who was also supposed to play Bonnaroo, brought him back from Denver. Gorilla T hopped on a plane. He said, "Not come back." And there were a bunch of DJs. Shout out Paulo and Purdue. Paulo Ventura and Jason Purdue. I know there were other people involved. I can't remember them off the top of my head. Who put together a bridge party. So they went and took over the pedestrian bridge. Had over like several thousand people partying until 6:00 in the morning.
Yo, party.
For free.
Legit.
Yeah. And so Gorilla T came and fucking played. So it was like, this city, I don't think gets enough credit for, because you know what Nashville could have said? Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody go home.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody go home. Everybody go the fuck home. We're not doing anything else. But so to kind of pull this around, but shout out to Nashville, shout out to Pros, and everybody I was talking about. To pull this back around, man, the reason we knew this would pop like this is because we've lived it 4 fucking years ago, man. And this is, so my tune has changed a little bit. So we're going to kind of get on to Live Nation as part of this. So my tune's changed a little bit. Previously, when I was a lot more irked, I wouldn't say, mad. Mad's a stretch, but just I'm feeling very, come on, man. Come on, do better. And that's how I feel about a lot of this. They did change from 75% refunds to full 100% everybody.
Yeah.
So that changes my tune a lot. Because that's correct. That is what you're supposed to do. The net worth of Live Nation is they're a $32 billion company. I don't know if you got a guy that can check that or somebody that can check that. Look up the net worth of Live Nation. The $32 billion company. That's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah. Chump change to refund everybody.
Yeah,
Even
of money.
If they had to pay it out of their own pockets themselves, a chump change.
Yeah, chump change. So I know how much. I can only imagine how much Bonnaroo costs. I've worked on big festivals. I've been in these conversations. I'm not a couple sniffs away from Live Nation AEG. This might blow back on me. That being said, 100% refunds was the right choice. And it does put Bonnaroo back in the good graces. The biggest issue, so Live Nation takes over in 2019, 100%. They own all of the stake of the land, all of the stake of the naming rights, yada, yada, yada. 2019. So they have their first Bonnaroo in 2019. So we can do the math here. They've had 6, correct? 6 years.
Yeah.
How are you going to tell me out of 6, 3 of them have been canceled? That's a bad batting average, right?
That batting 500 is not the best.
No, you fucking lose. You lose a job at bat 500. If you work for Amazon and delivered half your packages, you're not coming in tomorrow.
No, you're right.
You're right. Simple.
Some robot would send you a text message to tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, there is context. I'm not gonna say. I know if anybody listens to this, they're gonna be. Hey, wait a fucking second. COVID was 2020. Hold the fuck on. I know.
Those years were pretty wild, and we all know it. So
we all vaguely remember how bad that was.
Side note, real quick. Yeah. I am so upset that they did not keep their September date, their original COVID reschedule, dude. Bonnaroo in September, and I bitch about this fairly often. God, Bonnaroo in September would be so much better.
There's a reason for it. And I did not think about this till I had this conversation with my girl the other day. Kids are out of school.
No, yeah, you're totally right. And that's the logistical thing about it. But at the same time, dude, you ain't it's such a healthier environment for people to be. The sun not kicking your ass the whole time.
Yeah. But real talk, fucking the 18, 20-year-olds from U of L that this is their big vacation to go to this huge music festival.
Yeah.
4 hours south of them.
All over the country.
Mm-hmm. They can't get a random September weekend off and recover.
No, you're totally right.
They're out of school during fucking summer. So they're gonna go. And that's a big reason of it.
That's a lot of the target demographic for this.
It's a huge demographic is fucking 16 to 25-year-olds that are in college. It's a big demographic. We are not their main demographic.
Oh, truth.
Fucking the old heads going there bitching about, well, it ain't the fucking shit it fucking used to be. I remember when I fucking saw fish everybody was covered in fucking mud, and that's where I fucking knew exactly I was at fucking home. And no, we're not the target audience, dude. The target audience, but there's so much fucking EDM there. That's why John Summit and Dom Dalla played, because the target audience listens to John Summit, dude. Fucking 18, 20-year-olds. Which, great, love it, here for it. But so, 3 of them have been canceled. 2020, we all know. I'm not going to really give you a strike for that. Everything got canceled. Great lineup. Didn't happen. Whatever.
My birthday even got canceled that year. That was bullshit.
Everybody's birthday got fucking... I cried my fucking eyes out, dude. It was wild. It was like living Avengers Endgame in real life. It was horrible.
Dude. Poof.
Yeah. So 2021 rolls around. We're going to have Bonnaroo again. They canceled the bitch like a week, 2 weeks ahead of time because the grounds are unstable.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, like we're supposed to have it. Cool, like I understand they probably made the right call. We're seeing pictures and videos come in where there's people fucking up to their fucking kneecaps in mud, like, and then a bunch of other shit happens and said I got to headline a makeup festival to like 3,000 people. It was fucking insane. Changed the whole trajectory of my life. So when that, I don't know if I'm going to talk about Rouen as amazing as it was. I've talked about it enough because it was 4 fucking years ago. So when all that happens, the original Bonnaroo weather cancellation, people found the post. And I was like, I know, I'm not fucking crazy. You cannot fucking gaslight me. They said that they were going to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Ooh.
And that's my problem. That is where I get really upset, is that there were promises made and promises not kept. And that's my issue. Like, oh, I know you can't do anything about the weather. You can prepare. You can prepare. The grounds were already bad. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. There was no signs of bringing in hay. There was no signs of bringing in extra gravel. There was no signs to mitigate a potential, like, y'all can waste the money to lose potential fucking, oh no, we spent fucking $30,000-$50,000 on sand in the back 9, so that way fucking people don't it gets wet as fuck. Maybe people will be okay and it can block some stuff up in the sand, because I don't fucking know. I don't do this for a living. They didn't fix it. The problem is they promised and they didn't. And that is where my biggest issue lies, is because when they canceled 21, I was like, you made the right call. Safety of the ground, safety of your patrons, safety is always first. I 1,000% believe that safety first. I don't feel that safety was as much of a concern this year as 21. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not the fucking guy. I'm just a guy that was supposed to play it. And I do go back to 100% refunds is the right thing.
Yeah.
Because the reputation has been damaged at this point. The reputation of Bonnaroo is not Coachella anymore. Bonnaroo is now the reputation for, you ain't gonna get the fucking Bono, no, not Nonaroo. Like, that's the thing. The reputation has been hurt.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it is now like, the onus is on Live Nation to rebuild that trust. Now, you know what? If they come out and they go, hey, we're taking 26 off, we're fucking putting irrigation on the land, we're redoing a bunch of shit, we're making permanent paved roads in some places. They own this land, by the way. That's not like a rumor. They fucking own that shit. Fucking, where we're doing all this stuff, we're taking a year off, though. It's going to be a major project, but in 27, we're coming back, and no matter what weather fucking happens, fucking hurricane can come through, we're ready to go. Fucking the permanent infrastructure, you can host more festivals there. You know what? You know what I was talking about, Thomas? Riddle me this, Batman. Are you familiar with Stagecoach?
Stagecoach.
The festival, Stagecoach.
No.
So it is Coachella out in Coachella Valley, got named after it. Coachella Valley, they have 2 weekends, and then a third weekend, or I think it's either the weekend after, third weekend, or fourth after, is a festival called Stagecoach. It is significantly smaller, but it caters to like Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, fucking all like Diplo does a fucking honky tonk takeover DJ set. It is catered to country fans.
Yeah.
Tell me why the fuck, dude, if you don't own that land and you're Live Nation and you don't soup that land up and you do a Bonnaroo and then you do Stagecoach South Coast, down here on the same fucking land where you have fucking, what, 40,000 people coming to listen to country music? Like, it's just, if the land is good and workable and you invest in it and do what you promised us, then you can do more. And I would love to see that. Tourism is so big in Nashville. What do you mean you can't do a country music festival an hour and a half south of downtown and think it wouldn't pop the fuck off?
Yeah,
It'd be genius.
Fair.
Yeah. Like, fucking, like, they all live here for the fuck anyways, dude. Like, what do you, like, it's just something, another microcosm of what needs to happen. And here's the answer, because I'm not one to bitch and moan and cry and complain without solutions. Because at that point, you're just bitching for no reason. There are solutions. And I'm not somebody that does this for a living, but outsider looking in, you fucking there's 300 days between now and the next Bonnaroo, right? You ever take probably a little bit more. You take the next 300 days and you fucking fix that land. You get down there and you use that $32 billion. Use a couple mil that I know you have sitting around. Mr. CEO of fucking Live Nation, whoever the fuck he is, you take some of that money and you fix that land and you get it good to go for people to go enjoy themselves.
Some permanent roads would go real well.
The permanent roads would go hard as fuck. Here, put some irrigation in the back nine. Fucking dig the creeks out there deeper. Like, I don't know. I'm not, like, fucking hire somebody to do the surveys and figure out what it's going to cost. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can fix this. And I know you can. There's no problem that you can't fucking throw money at. Like, besides, like, global warming, honestly. We're cooked there. But, like, you could throw money at it and fix that. And it's so kind of all the boils down here. I'm upset that in 21 we were misled. That, hey, we were going to fix this and it was not fixed. I am upset that there was no attempt to mitigate the problems that ended up arising. And I know they couldn't have fixed all of it. There wasn't an attempt. That's the issue here, is that there was no sign to me saying that any hay was put anywhere and grab it. Like, even if it was, I want to hear, we tried and it didn't work. I would be singing a different tune. There was no try because and they knew we were all looking at the weather. Every single person going to Bonnaroo, and this is something that has resonated with me, and I'm going to kind of stop here, is the patrons and the attendees of Bonnaroo were prepared, and Bonnaroo was not.
You know, that sort of echoes sentiment that Justin had. He said there were some spots in communication that seemed like nobody knew what was going on and had some questions that didn't seem like they should be questions. And but all of his interactions with staff were pretty kind. He made mention of that.
Oh, I gotta highlight the staff as fuck for sure, because a lot of them probably had no communication. Real talk, the only reason that I'm not like still livid, first off, 100% refund, the right thing to do. But the big thing, man, is the spirit of Bonnaroo, or what's left of it, the whatever's left of the lobotomized version of it that still exists out there, kept it alive. It was the people in every instance that I can name that I felt whatever the spirit of Bonnaroo is supposed to be was the people. It was that tent playing disco and everybody just jamming and singing along. It was the folks at the bus that did everything they could to keep that party going. It was all of the folks that attended had to run back to Nashville, put on their fucking working boots, and go back to work for y'all to party. It was the fucking attendees and staff that fucking went out of their way, had to wake up at the ass crack of dawn probably to move people in and out of mud when they had no idea what was going on. It was the people. And never fucking forget, the people is what makes the difference here. If not Live Nation. Live Nation did nothing. It was the spirit of Bonnaroo and the spirit of the people. And the problem is, after all this has happened, I don't know if it's still down there. I don't know if it even still exists. Because, man, most things are finite. And you never, man, if we go back next year, is that spirit going to be there? Is that same vibe and feeling? And even if they pull the festival off and everybody has a great time, can you build that back like how it was? Because they torn it down in 6 years.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah.
and that sucks. And it's just, again, they've done a lot of things right. 100% refunds, correct. Honestly, canceling the festival in the wake of safety, sure. Like, that's a tough decision. I know that wasn't made lightly. There's no way it was. They held out as long as they could, because it feels like everything went so wrong. It's like, okay, well, then it feels almost on purpose. It was just cutting corners. And here's another one for you. Capitalism killed my music festival.
Ooh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. How long did I just go for? I fucking probably got it.
We're coming in on 45 minutes right now.
Let's go. All up top. Incredible work.
So
any questions for me?
Yeah. The one serious question I have is like, would you go back?
No, I'm here.
Would you go back?
Would I go back?
Yeah, that's the only like serious question.
That's a loaded question. I think as of however, if nothing changes, if 2027 they pop up a fucking lineup and try to go, oh hey, come see Miley Cyrus, she's fucking headlining Friday. I'm not. No. You're not going to gaslight me. You're not going to let me sit here and experience everything that just happened, and we're not going to just pretend like everything's okay. I'm not in a trailer park couple relationship with you, Bonnaroo. I'm not going to do that. You were drunk. You hit me. We're not okay. And would I go back? Yes.
Okay.
But there needs to be things done.
Okay.
Yeah. You like that one? That was a dark one, huh?
Trailer park couple. I like that. Yep. I'm very familiar.
He hit me, but my goddamn love the son of a bitch. I don't love him that much.
Familiar with that stereotype.
Yeah. So I hope I'm not bringing up anybody.
So,
but
do you have any?
Changes need to be done. Things need to be made. Reverse that. There needs to be a system put in for inclement weather like this. It just has to. The world is changing. Global warming's happening. Festivals are getting canceled left and right. Do what you can. And I want to see the effort. I was told there was effort. There was an effort put in. I need to see the effort. I need to see the change. It is, swear to God, like, fuck you. He hit me. I need to see you change. I need to see you stop drinking. At least don't be drinking no more brown liquor. You can drink the beers, but don't be drinking brown liquor. Like, and that's the problem. And that's where I'm sitting right now. So to answer your question, maybe.
Maybe. That sounds like a real hard left eye, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard because there's real. Wow, I can't believe I'm kind of praising myself here. That's really how it feels. It's an abusive relationship, and I've been here a long time, and I've gone to a lot of these, and I love it. And there is that magic, and I've had so many good memories, and it's right there, and it's been there for me. But like, dude, you can't keep doing this. Like, and I mean, I'm scored. I'm scored that I'm hurt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, 21, I was like, oh, he won't do that again. He won't. And then we went 4 years and he didn't. And then one night, I lived through into the jack. And the next day, whoosh, and now I don't trust you anymore. And it's gonna $100 refund help rebuild it a little bit. The spirit of Bonnaroo help rebuild a little bit. I need active decision-making changes by Live Nation, and I don't think that's an unfair criticism.
No, I don't think it is at all. And that's probably one of the nicer things that one could say about this scenario.
I don't try to get too political about a lot of it, man. It's just I try to look at the reality of the situation. Well, $32 billion company.
Yeah, there's definitely in the least capacity to say that there is some funds that could have been directed towards that in a proportion greater than what was. So they could have thrown way more money at that, and it would have been
It's promises not kept is a big one that bugs me. Is that I've seen people dig up the posts where they were like, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. And 4 years later, it happened again. And that is my number one qualm, my number one problem here is not everything that went down. It was that there was no prevention. I hope that kind of sums up how I'm feeling on it.
Yeah, that's fair. And do you have any, like, this is the crazy bullshit I saw that weekend stories? Like, is there anything that stands head and shoulders above everything else you may or may not have saw that was just absolutely ridiculous?
At Bonnaroo itself, man, nothing out of the usual. Like, I've seen it all at this point, so there's not a lot that surprises me. Man, like I've been to Burns, not the big boy, not the Burning Man, but I've been to Burns. I walked up on at a BDSM wedding. That shit was crazy.
Dope.
That one really kind of weirded. That was wild. Yeah, like she had him on the leash, and he was like on his knees, like, and he was the groom. And like everybody in the crowd, it looks like almost like a Rick and Morty episode. Like they all looked like traditional BDSM. It was the priest had to go like unzip his mouth and goes, and your vows, and then zip it back up. I was like, that's just wild. This it's out in the open. So like I've seen some shit. That's one that sticks with me from a burn, but not this year at Bonnaroo anything. I think the guy that lit the generator, not lit the generator, was pouring gas in a running generator with a lit cigarette. Probably takes the cake. The crowd at the bus takes the cake. I've never seen nothing like that. Yeah, I don't think anything really crazy too out of the ordinary, man. Bonnaroo's kind of tame, honestly, compared to some of the other places I've been. And I'm not like some super edgelord or something. Bonnaroo's it's corporate, and it's fine. Yeah,
it is,
and it's fine. And I like it sanitary for what it is. It is compared to some places I've been and some things I've done. It's very sanitary, and that's the problem. This stuff shouldn't happen when it's this too sanitary.
Yeah,
if this was some fucking gross ass festival with a couple hundred attendees and they pulled some shit like this, I'd be like, yeah, this all checks out. But like it's one of those. The expectation in the bar is substantially higher for them, so the criticism should be a little bit more intense. You know, yeah. So I'll fucking talk forever, dude. Yeah.
All right, so okay, hang on. This one's on me. What is the question I asked right now? Is the thing I'm trying to remember. Fuck.
I do have to plug. Yeah. I got a EP coming out, the tour coming up.
That's
by the way,
thing. Plug your shit.
Yeah. Again, I got my Souljunk. Sorry for talking all this shit to people that are like want to really dick ride Live Nation. It's cool. I don't think they'll ever pick me up anyways. I'm a drum and bass artist. I got a tour coming up called the First Strike Tour with an EP to follow. It's going to be with Radium. We're going to be in go to Soundhaven, which is where we're starting the tour. You want to talk about an incredible fucking local festival that does an amazing fucking job. Soundhaven's phenomenal. The vibes there are immaculate. Highly recommend. Same with Deep Tropics. That's a festival in Nashville. We'll be playing the after party for. Vibes are also immaculate there. Highly recommend Tropics. They do a great fucking job at throwing a fucking festival. As well as I'll be in Orlando, Jacksonville. I don't think. Hold on. I can rattle off these dates. I'm not doing this by memory. I have a list specifically. Like we released the list. Yeah, Soundhaven, Deep Tropics, August 22nd, Orlando, August 23rd, Jacksonville, August 28th, Indianapolis, August 29th, St. Louis, August 31st, Kansas City. Then we have Possum Stock in the first weekend of September, which is out in Adams, outside of Clarksville, Tennessee. Then October 3rd, we have Nashville. October 4th, we have Clarksville, Tennessee, both in Tennessee. October 10th is in Louisville. October 11th is in Covington. Then we take a little while off. Halloween. I want to go play somewhere cool. I don't know where. November 14th is Memphis, Tennessee. November 15th is Fayetteville, Arkansas. And then we're ending the tour on November 21st in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I also have my New Year's lockdown, but we're not going to talk about that because I can't say anything about it yet.
Fair.
So we also have an EP coming, as well as I have a remix out on Friday, July the 11th. 7-Eleven was an inside job, and that inside job was my remix that's coming out on my buddy Space Strangers SoundCloud. It's me and him's remix of Flume's Never Be Like You. So that's all my stuff coming. Make sure you go stream Find You, collab with me and Icons that came out on Manifest Records last month. Come see me at my shows.
And it's dope. Last time I saw you was when you did the bass stripper thing at the end and had a great time. Yeah.
Thank you, man. That was a super fun one, man. That first time going on tour with somebody was really, really, really cool, and then inspired me to do my own. So shout out to Anton. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, that show was dope. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was super fun. I really enjoyed that one.
All right, dude. Nate, thank you for your time, and I greatly enjoy the enthusiasm you brought to this conversation.
Absolutely, man. I'm sorry it was so one-sided, but that's just how
I needed to hear the stuff, so you provided.
Man. It was wonderful to link up and fucking go over this, man. Let me fucking shoot everything over to me when it's done.
Will do. This has been the latest episode of the KAAMP, and like I said at the top of the program, this one doesn't really fit the mold, but it's my show. I do what the hell I want. Thank y'all for listening, and I greatly appreciate it. And if I cared, I'd hit the button for the outro right now. Nate, have a good evening, dude. Thanks.
You know what, man? Thank you for having me.